Okay, I'm going to play the theme tune. I'm not going to sing the theme tune there.
From water deep to Icewind Dale,
You're welcome. You don't know how welcome you are.
And scale, a little faith, a lot of rage to bring the summer.
It's a very good reason Veronica sang the theme tune.
Now roll the dice, see how they fall. Don't waste your action. Bonus action. Heroes, tortured and trapped within the mist, hunted by horrors from out the abyss. We've seen friends fall, but must endure, survive to see the sun once more. Now roll the dice, see how they fall. Don't waste your action. Heroes.
Hello and welcome to Bonus Action Heroes Plays Out of the Abyss. We pick up the story in the hidden trade post of Gauntlgrym. Does anyone want to try and summarize what happened last week? A whole lot of grim. I think that's what we should call the episode. A whole lot of grim happened to a whole lot of Dwergar.
I think Grim just spent the whole day throwing his weight around and feeling really awkward about it.
Said he's now a walking torch and doesn't quite know what to do about it.
Trojan's there.
Trojan is also there. Yeah, so they arrived in Gauntlgrym to instantly find, instead of a bustling trading town, well, not town, it was made clear to them that it wasn't really a city in the literal sense. It was a four-way marketplace of sorts where goods from the surface, Dwergar, Drow, and Svirfniblin were traded with one another. But when they arrived, the place was strangely quiet. The market stalls were empty. There was a distinct lack of people and a strange quietness, except for the sound of metal on stone in the distance. You came out of the trench that leads into and through the centre of Gauntlgrym. You saw a number of enlarged Dwergar, grey dwarfs, chasing two deep gnomes through a marketplace. And after some clever interventions from Grim and investigations by the party, you discovered that the Dwergar had accused the leader of the deep gnomes of stealing something, a gem of sorts. And with Grim taking the lead, managed to negotiate your way into the Dwergar quarter of Gauntlgrym, where you indeed found the deep gnome hung up above a zorn by the Dwergar, being interrogated for what they'd done with this gem. English is hard. Did I miss anything? I think that's where we left off. You'd used Zone of Truth, I think. Again, Grim was definitely the MVP, I think, last session. Discovered that the deep gnome Yantha was pretty much lying about everything, except for a brief moment where Lesser Restoration was cast upon her.
Yes, we think there's been some sort of spell nonsensery, don't we, that's been at play.
And then I think Grim finally cast Remove Curse, and she seemed to be free of whatever was causing her to tell these incessant lies. And I think that's where is there anything else?
Then we've just also removed Curse on the other guy as well.
Yeah, Jordan did a bit of detect thoughts and kind of concluded it might have been something that was a bit cursed.
Okay.
We suspect that that's a merchant that perhaps had put this. Did we think that? Did I dream that?
I didn't hear what you said. I'm very sorry.
That the merchant that's one of the. Oh, I know. Don't worry. I think I'm just dreaming things.
No, you're probably not.
Determined that her assistant called Fink or Flink or something.
That's it. That's it. I was not remembering correctly, and my brain was not attached to the rest of my head.
We also found a weird deep gnome who has a thing for beholders.
Yes, well remembered. Well remembered.
They've wandered off to look for one.
So I would, just after thinking about that recap, I would like to give Grim inspiration, if Grim already doesn't have it, for inspired negotiations on behalf of everyone last week, and just, yeah, authority respected thoroughly by the Dwergar. So, yeah, we'll pick up there. Yantha seems grateful. If a little bit confused, but I think you did conclude that clearly whatever this gem was, deep blue purple with a light in the center of it, perhaps was a cursed item or at the heart of the issue. What would you like to do?
Suppose we have to track down Fink.
So we've concluded that this is an extension of the demon incursion. That is our conclusion, isn't it? I'm just making sure we're not getting sidetracked, but
I wasn't aware that we'd come to that conclusion, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, it seems like any unusual things are probably something to do with it. It seems fairly widespread around the Underdark, but perhaps we shouldn't assume.
well, yeah. If you put a pretty looking stone out there and anyone who touches it gets, messed with, it's an easy way to spread whatever this is.
Oh, that's a good point. I keep. 1 second.
Yeah, Yantha will. The Dwergar still got her on a rope, I should add. But they do seem a little bit more unsure now about what to do, especially as Grimgol as well seems a little bit more confused than he did before. Yantha will say, well, I think that Fink would be in the gnome quarter, if anywhere. But yeah, I told to get it appraised at our warehouse, and I haven't seen him since, so I don't know.
We really do need to track this down before it causes any more trouble.
Yeah, I agree. Could you let me down, please? I'll help find this gem, but I think it's agreed that it's not a good thing to find, and we need to be careful. You see Grimgol, the dwarf that originally lost it. Yeah, I agree. Let her down. Clearly this is some kind of curse. I fully believed I was disgraced and needed this gem. Now I see clearly I did not need it. It compelled me to need it. I think, if anything, this gnome is just a victim of magic, not a victim. I'm not a victim of hers. And the dwarves will lower her fully down. She will remove this horrible gem-strewn dress. You just see that she's got simple leather clothes underneath.
Was that dress part of the curse too? It's not splendid.
One of the Dwergar will be like, no, we just really hate it, and it's pretty ugly. thought it would, she's from Blingden Stone, so we put lots of bling on her. Kind of seemed funny to me at the time. It's a good joke, yes. He
I'm not
with
so sure it's funny now.
Complete lack of a smile on the face. No, it's not funny now. You had to be there at the time. Look, Jant, you are free to go. We will conclude our investigation. So, great. Can you escort me out? Don't know all of your names very well, but I would like to go back to my quarter and update them and check that Fink hasn't been driven crazy.
It makes sense that we go with you. If that's also where we think this Fink is, we can check up on them while we're there.
Yeah, well, you'll either be in the marketplace, which we'll go through on the way, or back in the warehouse.
If we do find them, and you have any involvement with them, just make sure if they're trying to hand you anything, you don't take it.
No, let me take it.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Okay, let the wizard take it, yeah? Sure. She will start making her way towards the door, but she will look to you for guidance as if you're ready or not, if there's anything else you want here while you are here. No?
Nope.
Okay.
Excuse. Trying to keep everyone out of my glow.
Yeah, the Serdi's sword is still it's the diameter has shrunk, but there is a 5 to 10 foot radius around Serdi, which is like sunlight, and then dim light for the next 10 feet. But the sword is not showing any signs of extinguishing.
Used to it. Have a word later on, maybe.
Yeah. So a number of dwarves will escort you to the doorway. Obviously, Nero the Zent is with you as well. Yantha. You make your way back through the fungal garden where food is clearly grown. You only see 2 Duergar, but you hear the voices of more than 2 as you're walking through. They don't seem particularly alarmed, and they obviously see Grym at the front. Everything sorted, sir.
I believe so, or at least what we can do regarding here, but we're moving on. Keep an eye out for any strange trades and any odd behaviour. There is something larger at play here. I'm sure you'll do what you can to protect your people.
Of course, sir. Yes, we'll do everything we can.
Good to hear.
Thank you for your service.
And thank you for yours.
You're welcome. They'll see that the gnome is with you, and they will glance at her for a second and then at each other, but they don't say anything else. They don't stop you. So you see Mantle Derith spread out before you. The trench splitting it through the centre reminds you in a way of Gracklstugh, with the huge tear through the centre. It's from some ancient earthquake, but this is this is intentionally made. You see a number of magical cranes lined up along the trench, clearly how they lift goods in and out. In the distance, the far side, you see like a large house and then a number of tents at the front, and you can just see humans milling around. Yantha will walk past the lake on the outside of the Dwergar, and as you look to the right, you see a number of dwarves, Dwergar. Some of them are enlarged and are literally hammering with picks at the doorway of what you can only assume is, by Yantha's expression, is the doorway to the gnomish quarter, to the warehouse where the deep gnomes keep their stocks. And then around those enlarged dwarves are a number of normal-sized Dwergar, almost seem to be armed with shields and axes and are waiting for their turn, effectively.
Is that the Swerfneblin quarter they're hammering at?
I'd guess so.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what's going on here.
Let's go and find out.
I think they believe that I have the gem hidden in there. So,
Do we have the authority to stop this?
I'm not sure this is so much a question of authority. I think they might just be acting of their own volition, but maybe if they see that, things are happening, things are being done, they might willingly back off. If you ask them nicely.
Pardon me, what's going on here? Why are you trying to bash that door down?
you see one of the Dwergar at the rear, and there is quite a lot of them, a worrying amount of them, and a good half dozen are huge, doubled in size. Stand back. This is official Dwergar business. We are recovering stolen goods and criminals from the scene. They will not surrender. They will not open up, so we are breaking down the door so they can be arrested.
Oh, this about that stolen stone?
I don't know what it's about, but yeah, something has been stolen.
That's all been resolved. Grym, tell them.
What he says is correct. It's currently in the process of being resolved, so we have figured out what is going on. We now just need to find and locate the object and deal with it appropriately. It's nothing that you all need to worry about. We have a special team of adventurers here who are going to take on the duty to save this Dwergar community any harm or any issues. You've all got jobs to be getting on with, so we can free you up and we'll go continue our investigation. All else, you can check it with the captain back there, but I'll point to the Dwergar captain from the back where we've come from.
Okay, one of the large Dwergar will turn away from the door that his colleagues are bashing, and he will look down at you all. With respect, Paladin, we don't know who you are. It seems you have the suspect in your custody.
Yeah, so it can be seen that we've already achieved more than you have. We've been able to freely walk through this town with her in our custody. Are you questioning the authority of your superiors? She is now in our custody.
Can you give me a persuasion check? I'll give you advantage as well.
I'll take it. I may use inspiration for that, because I'm
Okay,
not
you can have
sure
a
Fertie's
reroll, because
going
he
to be
starts
in
to go,
there.
with respect, grandfather. This may go like this back where you're from.
It's
But here you are not
14.
in charge. So with respect, if you
Well
could
then-
stand back and let us do our work.
With respect, perhaps you should err on the side of caution and just wander over there, not a few meters away, to double check what Grym is saying is correct.
Just pause for a second.
Breaking through the door and starting a conflict with the Sverkneblen Quarter, to which there seems little to gain.
Also, I do believe that would break the accord that they have within these communities.
Please don't be fooled by our diminutive size. We are mightier than we look. I think Serdi's just sort of occurring to Serdi the fact that he's stood in his own personal spotlight with a cloak of
You
billowing.
will,
on.
yeah, you'll be cloak of billowing, really bright. So the dwarf is definitely holding his giant hand out and trying to shield his eyes from the light, which is painful to him. Tink, do you want to give me a persuasion check? I'm not going to give you advantage because we're already one down. Sorry.
That's all right. I'm hoping
You're the charisma lady.
a +8 will do it. Oh
No.
dear, sweet Jesus!
No. He just paused for a second and he looks to one of the smaller Dwergar and says, go check, please. Please stand back. This will all be over in a few moments. We don't need any trouble. No one will be harmed. We just wish to arrest the criminal and then we will be gone. Can you turn that light out? It's really bright. What's wrong with you?
Sadly not.
Stick it in a scabbard or something. Put it under your cloak.
He doesn't have the scabbard.
And it gets sad if it's not. It's a long story.
My sword is afraid of the dark.
It's
Okay,
a strange way of putting it, but it's not untrue.
One of the Dwergar will sort of trot off quite quickly. But they continue smashing sound of metal on stone as they're trying to damage this gate, but it is very sturdy. Whatever it's made of, it's really struggling to make a dent in it. There's a few little chips, a few little scratches and scrapes, but it's holding. You will see another giant Dwergar will sort of step forward and block the way. Nothing to see here. Move along, please. Nothing to see. Please go about your business.
I think at this point, Grym will kind of turn to Captain and be like, if these children continue to talk to me in such a tone, I'm going to have to teach them a lesson, and it may not go down well with this community.
I can hear that you want me to do something about that, but honestly, I would quite like to see you teach them a lesson. You told us to stand back and wait, so we are doing that. Our business is in there, so we are waiting for your colleague to return.
Can you get her to order them to open the door? Gestures to Yantha.
Potentially, but we believe that our purpose here is different to your purpose.
It would seem
Because you have not got all the information.
It would be seem imprudent for us to get her to open the door while you're all crowded around here after you've been hammering on it.
So are you going to get her to open the door or not?
Not for you.
There is no need for the Durgar and Sverfneblin to fight over this. We can work together.
Okay. Then, very well. There is the sound of a horn in the distance, off towards the Duergar. And the sound of metal on stone will stop. There will be a little bit of confusion. They all seem to look at each other, but then step away from the door.
Told you so.
Apologies, grandfather. I am sure you know how we have to check these things.
You are right. I am old enough to be your grandfather. So how about next time you treat people with a bit more respect? Do that again, you'll be bent over my knee getting a hiding. Bloody children. And I think Grim will kind of step aside to let them pass. And if he gets the chance, he will trip them.
Well, the big ones are probably quite easy to trip, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But they will one by one file off and head back to the Duergar quarter.
You know, back in my day, you wouldn't talk to people like that. How dare they?
Is grandfather a respectful term, or are they just making a poke at your age?
I mean, grandfather can be a respectful term if you're the grandfather. But no kin of mine are talking to people like that. How dare they think that they're good enough to be related to me in that way? Oy.
Yeah, it's not normally like this, but it's definitely been a bit tense the last few hours. I don't know what's going on. So I can't apologize for them, but you'll see Yantha take out a wand, or it kind of looks like a staff, but it's tiny, and she would just tap it on the wall twice. The stone door will retreat and open inwards. And inside you see quite a number of very concerned looking gnomes. They've got shields and swords, but they don't really look like they're particularly good at using them. And when they see you all stood with Yantha, there is definitely, you feel the tension dissipate in the room. It's okay, everyone. It was a misunderstanding. These kind people helped me get free and proved my innocence, and yeah, so please make them welcome. And is Fink around? You just see lots of head shaking and people looking around. No, he's not here. I've not seen him. She will turn to you. I'm sorry, he's not in here, it seems. But we do owe you a debt for helping us out of this situation. If there's anything I can do or anything you need, please just say. We don't have anything particularly fancy, but we have, a few little things. We have quite a lot of salt, and if you need any minerals, we can help you. If you like gems as well, we can definitely help in that department. We don't have any of the spell gems, sadly. We have sold out of those.
Damn, I was going to ask for one of those damn spell gems.
Oh, really?
Well, you don't have any, so no harm, no foul, as they say, I suppose.
Well, we might have... well, what were you looking for?
Just anything you had, particularly. They're always quite useful.
Okay. Have you ever used a spell gem?
Yes, Gauntlgrym is currently carrying one with fly put in it.
Oh. I'm
I
guessing
think I gave
that...
that back, so Drodin might have it.
I would have probably returned it after a while. Maybe change the spell if there was something more fitting for you.
Does someone want to... Do you want someone want to roll a D100 for me? In fact, two if you can.
I've asked, so I'll roll one. 7.
7. Okay, does someone else want to roll one?
Someone else, Spelly.
I'm not risking this. I don't know what's up. I never trusted D100.
Yeah, very rarely does anything good come from a D100, right? But come on, just this once.
It's not Call of
There we
Cthulhu, you
go.
can probably
Did you
just
get 100?
100. Wow. I bet you're glad you did that now.
Do I get a prize?
You do.
That's
yeah.
gotta be good. That's like the natural 20 of D100s.
It is
Through the
natural
door
20.
walks the Demogorgon.
I think you won't be displeased. She will disappear off into a far corner. You see her disappear into a little door. She's gone for about a minute, and she will come back. You hear like a few clunks and clicks and these strange mechanical noises, and then she will come back with a small pouch, and she will hand one to Drodin and one to Tink, because you rolled. Drodin, in the pouch there is a potion of superior healing.
Ooh.
And Tink, in the pouch that she gives you is two. It seems to sounds like two stones clacking together. I hope this will help you. Sending stones, if you would like them. And the potion of superior healing, very rare. It's just
Thank you very much.
I think the least we can do for helping me out of this predicament, and yeah, the curse that I was under was quite bad. I'm kind of worried about Fink now. Not the bravest of people, to be honest, quite timid. So I don't know what that stone will do to him. But if you can find him, maybe have a few more things I could get from my little locker.
Does just rule something out. Does Fink have any particular fascinations with strange creatures?
What do you mean?
We recently met a deep gnome. I don't remember his name. I think it was like Kleeble or something. He seemed to have quite a fascination with beholders for some reason. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't
Right.
Fink trying to tool with us.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know. What did you call it? Peebling? Peebles? No.
People?
No.
People? I can't remember his name.
You'll know Fink is 2'9", It's bald, kind of blue-grey.
It should stand out in the crowd.
Well, not
I mean,
here, but
They
most of
literally
everyone else
described-
is in there, so
They literally
generally
described-
looks a bit scared.
Yeah, you largely just described every deep gnome I've ever known. Except for Kazoo.
Does he have a prominent birthmark? Or quirky way of walking or talking?
Has a red hood. It talks like
That'll do.
all of us, who seem to sound pretty much the same. It's almost like we all have the same voice. But
And can you give us any more leads on where he might go if he's not here?
I
Any
asked
regular
him.
haunts?
Yeah, I got him to. I sent him to appraise it. So if he couldn't get in here, maybe he went to the Drow or the Zend to get it appraised.
I was really hoping you were going to say Drow.
Or maybe he just is hiding somewhere.
There's no secret way between that we know of that he could have gone to get back into the Surf Neblin area. Know how good your people are with stone. It would sure be possible for you to have made something of the sort.
Sorry, I'm. It's your accent. It's a bit hard to understand. Something about stone and people and.
Saying that your people are so good with stone, there's no secret way between the Durgar and Surf Neblin areas.
Oh no. No, we don't want to risk them. Coming here and sneaking in. I'm already concerned that there might be some dead gnomes out there. Thankfully, I think you intervened in time, but I've never seen this place this quiet.
Well, I guess if there's no way that Fink could have got back into this area, then there's no point in us going looking for him in there. So
Considering the current company, perhaps we'll try the Zent first.
That is appreciated.
it's probably wise.
You're going to need to formulate a strategy on how to deal with the Drow.
Not necessarily, not if he's with the Zent.
Well, let's check then.
Shall we?
It's us. We're going to have to go and deal with the Drow at some point. Something will come up that will force us there.
And that is a problem for when we are forced there.
Touche.
Yes, let's worry about that when we have to.
If it's okay, I'm not going to go with you. I'm going to stay in here, and we're going to close the door.
Please, if you hear of anything, find a way of letting us know.
Yeah,
We find something.
likewise.
If we find something out, how do we get back in?
All descending stones.
Oh yeah, shall we just give you the other one of these for now and we'll come back and collect it when this is all over?
Yeah, sure. You know how to use it?
I knot them together. Sure.
She'll figure it out.
Okay, I'll take that one. The activation word is listen here.
Also, just
Yeah. It's in the gnomish, but and she tells you the gnomish word for listen here.
Matt, I have got a character which knows an unbelievable amount of languages, and you keep coming up with ones I don't know. Like all these languages in here, it's 8 languages my character knows.
But you don't know Gnomish.
Not Gnomish or Dwarvish.
You're
Sounds
lucky
like a
you've
you
got a
problem.
dwarf with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
or Elvish for that matter. Why I choose all the most obscure languages?
All the ones you don't need.
Yeah.
It's often the way. It's like when
all
you
the ones you don't need
learn
yet.
French at school, and then
Yeah.
I've only ever been to France twice. And can't speak
If ever we come across a draconic goblin giant from the abyssal plane, I'll be there. Well, no matter what
you'll
they
be
say,
head
I'll be the
negotiator.
man.
Yeah. Okay, Yantha will take one of the stones and she'll wave, and you just see the stone door close. Where would you like to go?
Well, we should have probably asked which way to the Gauntlgrym area. We still think about these things before we need to, don't we?
Listen here. Where is the Gauntlgrym area?
If you just stand with your back to this door, it's straight in your line of sight on the opposite side of the cavern. Southwest.
Okay.
It's the top left on the
Thank
map.
you.
Because Wizards of the
The other
Coast
way?
keep making the right-hand side north. It's not clever. It's not big. It's not clever.
So we have to walk past. Oh, there was some drow there earlier, and they've gone now. That's a relief, actually.
We could have gone south of the river, couldn't we?
So as you
Yeah,
So
we'll go
walk-
south of the river.
Saf. As you head through, you see again a market area in the center, which is largely abandoned. It is a huge cavern. The walkways. There's a walkway across the river, and you can see that these walkways they're not made of wood or stone. They actually seem to be made of some kind of crystal, rather strangely. And the marketplace on this side of the trench do seem to... you can tell which ones are the drow market stalls. A lot of purple for some reason. Drow just seem to love the purple. And again, you see this large house in front of you, and a number of tents and market stalls outside. And to the western side of the house, you can see a large pavilion that's been put up, almost like a huge gazebo. And sitting under that, you can see a number of drow. Sorry, it shouldn't. Okay. Can continue.
Oh dear.
But there is a lot of humans there. Just like you've seen with the Dwergar and the gnomes, there does seem to be an area where they grow fungus. You see this strange pit full of mushrooms and various different edible fungi. Who's got the best perception? Serdi. As you're sort of surveying the crowd, it's easy for your eyes to be drawn to all of the people, but it's you that, as you look up, you see perched on the edge of this building what at first looks like a stone statue, gargoyle, But you just see it imperceptibly move. It just seems to be sat on the roof looking down on everyone.
Sort of mention to Tink quietly that we're being watched and point it out.
As Drodin marches along the path, you'll see two Zent will close in on you and be like, what are you here for? Are you the delegation? You here for the talks?
No. We're looking for your centurion quarter. We're looking for someone.
You're looking for someone. Right, who's
Yes.
that? Who is it? Who is it? Come on. We ain't got time for
So then-
messing about, mate. Out with
So
it.
they-
Out with it. Come on.
Fucking let
Stop.
me talk then, you prick. We're looking for a deep gnome.
Right. Do any of us look like deep gnomes here, mate?
No, but that's why we're heading to your quarter.
Right.
If you wanted to get a gem appraised, where would you go in this quarter?
Oh, we could do it for you. If you want. I mean, a lot of people say the gnomes are the best ones for the, the gems and the precious stones and all that. But we'll give you, a good price for it. I'm sure.
But I'm sure you could. But is there a specific person that would be known to go to in here? That someone whose job it is specifically.
Well, the head of trade is Gauntlgrym, if that's who you're on about.
Perhaps where would they be?
Well, he's in the pavilion or somewhere. Why?
Well, I'm just continuing to speak to them.
Oh, okay.
Well, we're looking for our colleague who is coming to get something appraised. So.
Right. Gauntlgrym's in an important meeting with the boss right now, and we're expecting a trade delegation from the Drow any minute. So, unfortunately, can't really help you. But right now, if you want to come back, probably get you sorted. If you know what I mean.
I can't hear you, Tink.
Sorry. Could we just take a quick time out? Nero, are you known here? Do you know the people here?
Well, I know the code words and all that. Yeah.
Could you get them to play nicely with us? And I'm trying to find our loot. I'm thinking if, as I say this, I reach into my coin purse and flash him like a 50 GP gem or something.
Okay. Well, what are you trying to achieve? You want to see Gauntlgrym, do you?
Yes, but based on the Drow delegation coming through, what I'd like first is a place for us to be out of sight.
Right.
We don't need to be out of sight. They're going to notice me before too long anyway. Best hope is just...
Yes, but we can always observe from afar and find out why they're here before we are spotted.
Well, you want to go in the house?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Nero will walk up. Oh, all right. And he'll lean in to one of the guys that's talking to Drodin and whisper something. And I'll be like, all right then. Yeah. On you go. And he'll be like, come on then. And he'll lead you to the house. And weirdly, as you approach it, you can see that it's not a house in a typical sense. There's a lot of roof and not a lot of house, so it is like an overhang. It's like a big pavilion almost.
It's a lean-to.
It is a massive lean-to, yeah. Yeah, we can wait in here if you want. I think. What did you say, mate? You're waiting for Drow? Okay, yeah, they got a delegation coming, I think. Don't know what it's about, but some sort of trade.
Can we see them from in the house? Is there a window?
Yeah. So effectively lead you in there, and in fact, Drodin, as you walk towards the house, you see the gargoyle that Serdi referred to, and it seems to suddenly like move and look when it sees you, and then you see its shoulders sag and it looks disappointed.
I'm a tiny bit concerned by that gargoyle. So far, everything seems fine.
Look up and see if I can catch the eye of the gargoyle and give it a nod.
Okay, you make your way in.
Nero.
Yeah, Miss Captain.
Can you? I have removed 50 gold from our funds, so I will happily, as we walk into the building, slip him that.
Okay, nice.
I hope it is worth it.
Yeah.
Can you find out what this delegation's about, what they're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, give me a minute. I'll leave you to have a chat and I'll go deal. It is quite a turnout. There's a lot of people out. But yeah, Gauntlgrym's the boss here. Well, he's the head of trade. He's probably speaking to the boss, if you know what I mean. But if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't. I'm sorry, I can't change that. And he will sort of gesture for some seating. It's quite nice. Like I say, it's quite a small building, but it's quite open. The temperature's relatively stable here. It doesn't particularly get cold or particularly hot, so it's a really nice big pavilion with a view pretty much all round. As you look up to the west, you do see this sort of gazebo type structure with two drow sort of stood, look like they're waiting. Both male, both soldiers, don't look anyone of importance. They just seem to be waiting. Nero will dash off. Yes, Jim, sorry.
Are the drow flying any particular house colours?
Good question. I should have been prepared for that. The house colours are Kileptin.
I don't know who they are.
No, very minor house.
Staying out of sight of them.
Yeah, very, very minor house. You probably wouldn't even recognise the colours.
I think that's quite a reasonable suspicion.
So, as Nero's wandering off, you do see another two drow appear. So there is 4 in total now that you see sat in there. 1 is standing and the other 3 are sitting. You see 2 female drow warriors, which is quite a rare sight in itself. There is a female, what you would guess Drodin is a mage. She is wearing robes, has a book on her belt, and you can see that she has some kind of spell focus as well in her hand. And you see the drow that is standing looks like a drow elite warrior. The armor is leather, but it's very, very fine. And they just seem to be stood waiting for Gauntlgrym to turn up. And Nero will come back and be like, right, yeah, I think these drow are here to see Gauntlgrym, and I think they want to negotiate some sort of alliance, because I hear it's all kicking off as we've seen, so they want to form up and stand against any aggression from the Dwergar. They seem to be kicking off against everyone right now.
So the information we have could be quite useful.
Yeah, definitely.
Who would we let know that will be included in the discussion, and how could we not grant ourselves, seek immunity within Gauntlgrym territory from the drow?
Immunity? Well, am I missing something?
Neutrality?
This is Mantle Dereth. It is the very essence of neutrality. Or it was. I mean, is there something you're not telling us? I heard rumours you lot escaped. You're like drow prisoners or something. You thinking they recognise you?
Maybe.
I mean, with respect, you're quite
Okay.
a bunch of unique looking
We recognise
individuals. Yeah.
Drodin, you're muted.
I was just saying, I think I'm somewhat generic as far as drow go, but I also think I maybe might stand out because I'm not as flamboyant as other drow.
And do you have any other pre-existing beef with them? Well, yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
As you're talking, you see off to
Yes,
the
perhaps
west.
now with
Sorry. Am I lagging?
No, it's probably me, let's be honest.
I'll continue.
I was just going to say, Drodin, I apologise for brushing you off earlier. Perhaps now is the time to discuss how we would approach these drow. You're the expert. What are we... Are they going to attempt to arrest us on the spot?
I think, based on the idea of Mantle Dereth, attempting to arrest us would probably, especially if we're in conversation with the Gauntlgrym, would probably disrupt something, cause a bit more drama. I don't know how much actual sway they have in Mantle Dereth, but regardless of the fact, I think it's going to be a lot of posturing and not a great deal of action.
Of course, the Gauntlgrym deal in information. Nero, would we be putting ourselves in the leader here's favour by just giving them the information we have about the Dwergar and Stone? So they are going into this discussion with an upper hand, and thereby get their favour whilst we're here.
Yeah, maybe. If you've got something that you think will make the deal more likely. And he goes, oh, look. And he gestures across to the west. You look through the pavilion and you see a huge stone door open. You see this man at the fore. kind of like beard, or more of a very large soul patch that extends along sideburns. It's got a receding hairline which is sort of sunken back, and he's just grinning. He's just got this smarmy grin. You see him flanked by, I mean, the first word that comes to mind is not soldier. They look like thugs. They are wearing heavyish armor, but they look more like someone that would kick you out of a bar than someone that would fight in an organized battle. And behind them, you see this huge purple floating orb with a massive central eye and a gaping maw, and a number of eye stalks which seem to have been damaged or severed, but still a few remaining.
I'm going to see that and go, that's a fucking beholder.
Can I above table something quickly? Because I felt my sound was all over the place last week and I was in and out. So the information that we could potentially be giving here is that the Dwergar, who it looks like these two factions think were going a bit on the aggro, probably aren't anymore, because we've realised that one of them was cursed. And we know the source of the curse.
If it's a case of the Drow are looking for Zentrim allies because the Dwergar are being hostile, it could just be a case of our little coalition is putting pressure on the Drow that they don't want. But I was under the impression that we were already getting support from the Zentrim against the Drow as well. Hence, Nero's presence.
But I mean, they're not the sort of people to play both sides.
Oh, they very much could be.
I'm trying to discern above table what information we have, because I was a little bit lost, sorry, before I attempt to send a message to this guy and say, before you go to this meeting, you might want to come in here and have a chat with us. We've got some valuable
I think
info.
I'd say that's probably a good idea. We don't know anything about the Zentrim here and about, I don't think. We only know that, well, the person that sent us, that we have permission to be here, and and permission to find the location of the library that Godwin was after. That was sort of the assistance we were getting from them, but we don't know how to do it once we're here. So we kind of need to ingratiate ourselves with the Zentrim a bit anyway, I think. And we don't, as far as I know, we don't know a lot more than what you said.
Also, Matthew, I feel like Drodin would recognise a beholder, but how much information do you think he would?
You've met them before, haven't you?
I've met spectators. How much information do you think Drodin himself would know about actual beholders?
Well, give me I think it would probably be an Arcana check, to be honest. Or what is
crossed, I roll well.
What is it you're hoping to know? It's probably a...
Well, let's see what I roll. A 21.
21. Well, you know that they are an aberration, that they don't originate from this plane of existence. Some of them have, with a 21, some of them have natural magical abilities which are usually linked to their eye stalks. And you've heard a rumor that some of them can actually cancel out magic.
Would I also be aware of the stereotypical story of beholders, that they are incredibly paranoid most of the time?
Yeah, I think that's safe to assume. The ones you've
Yeah.
met were quite paranoid. Let's be honest.
In that instance, I'm probably going to lean into Tink and just be like, beholders are horrendously paranoid creatures. If we just paint it as the Drow are trying to fleece them for something, or they're lying to them, looking for an opportunity to stab them in the back, that might exacerbate the negotiations between the two of them and cause a bit of a breakdown.
Could we also warn him about the poacher who wants to skin him and wear him as a hat?
We also probably should mention that, but I would be worried he would turn his wrath on all of the deep gnomes. We're looking for that one particular person. And I don't want to fight a
He
beholder.
stands out, so
Maybe we just tell him to be careful of that one rather than tell him exactly what that gnome wants to do, as far as we're aware.
I feel like time is pressing and we want to talk to them before the Drow do. So, Nero, which one do I message? The beholder or that man with the interesting facial hair?
Facial hair.
That's Gauntlgrym with the facial hair.
And who's the beholder?
Can I
Lawthorn.
use message, please?
You can. They are kind of... Gauntlgrym's kind of chatting and laughing, and the thugs are kind of laughing with him. The beholder just looks... I mean, how do you even read its expression? Just this huge gaping maw filled with sharp teeth. Some of its eye stalks are withered and severed. It looks ferocious and angry.
Just a very nervous wave at the beholder from Drayden.
I mean, you see its huge eye
message.
focus on you as you wave.
Is this 25? Do I need to count characters on this as well?
I don't know.
Is this a one-way one or a two-way one?
It's a two-way one.
One-way one, it's the cantrip. Oh wait, no, yeah, it is the two-way one. Yeah.
Okay.
You can reply to this message. Hello, Gezra. Apologies for the timing. Allies of... Can someone please remind me the name of the Zentrim that we dealt with in Gauntlgrym?
Davra.
Allies of Zavra have information you may find useful before Drow negotiations in building to your right.
You do see him look at the building to his right. And then he's kind of scanning the crowd, trying to figure out who it is sending the message. The walk slows.
Could they just see us through the window if I, like, flew up a bit?
Yeah. It's quite an open building. He's like... well, we'll meet shortly, I'm sure, dear girl. Didn't know you knew Davra. She's a cheeky one, isn't she? Cheeky girl. Yeah, we're just still going to... I mean, Lawthorn will do the negotiations. And how many words can I say with this? And he'll like realize that it stopped working. He'll just gesture for you to come out if you want to. And they are approaching the drow. You see the drow, the two guards and the mage stand, and the mage steps forward with a guard either side of her. You see the third elite warrior just seems to sort of stand off to the side. She doesn't seem too interested. And Gauntlgrym will step forward and shake hands with the Drow Mage, and she will lower her head. Is it a sign of respect? The face doesn't show much respect, but the body language does. And Lorthun will just float silently up behind Gauntlgrym and just hovering there. Can everyone give me a perception roll?
Pink's too busy grinning and waving coquettishly from the window at the guy with the funny hair.
Yeah, I mean, Tink's waving, and this guy seems quite amused by everything. Pretty much. So, Drodin, Serdi, and Grim. What about old big boy? Let's see if he's more perceptive even than.
Oh, good for him.
He doesn't notice, but Grim, Serdi, and Drodin, you see this third warrior, female. For a second, you lose sight of her. It's kind of weird how she seems to lose. She just somehow she walks when people are moving around. She just seems to vanish for a second. But you three spot her again. Anyone else, she's gone. You don't see where she's gone. She's somehow used distraction. But you will see she will move round the back of the beholder. Attack.
Oh, if that beholder survives, this could go very badly for us. I don't think it would discriminate.
That is 21 to hit. Plus sneak attack. 4d6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 20 points of damage. Yeah, she just seems to somehow merge with the crowd for a second. And then strike this beholder out of nowhere. The beholder doesn't seem particularly badly wounded by it, but it does let out this inhuman roar, and she will strike again. She just seemed to have more than one attack, but the fact that did not seem to. Hang on, sorry, on attack roll. Just make sure I haven't missed anything.
We're going to end up defending a beholder. This is.
Well, that's up to you.
No, I don't like this. Well, I think it's going to see a drow trying to murder it, turn around and see Drodin and be like, "There's another drow coming to murder me."
Okay, so it's up to you. What do you guys want to do? I'm gonna that you see that unfold. You see the if a beholder has a backstab from this drow, it's about to kick off. So it's up to you guys what you want to do. Do you want to get involved, or do you want to not?
I would quickly turn to the group. Go on.
I was going to say, personally, I feel like we should get involved, but I'm concerned about me being mistaken for an assailant.
Drodin, stay back. You
Like
can
a wizard
think
should.
from afar. I think we clearly know whose side we'd be on here, even if it's, the best of I forget the saying. I think we should help him get in their good graces.
Serdy's already got his sword in his hand and marching towards.
Same as
roll-
Grim.
Roll
Oh,
initiative.
that's a lot of d20s.
Oh, that's so many drow.
Oh, I don't want to go that soon.
You don't.
Would
It feels
imply I
weird
had a
that-
plan.
It feels weird that Grim is at the end.
He's only got little legs and a long way to go. It's taken him a while to get up from where he sat on the floor.
Okay. Right. It is top of the round then. Where are you, Serdy? You're number 22. Let me just... put
Thank you.
Drake after you. So it is top of the round. First up, a drow warrior is, to be honest, looking a little bit surprised. This warrior, she didn't seem to be expecting that, and she is thrown. She takes a defensive stance. She has a shield and a short sword, but she doesn't attack. She seems somewhat confused by what's happening. Think.
So,
Uh,
sorry, Matt. She attacked it, and now she looks confused.
No, this
Different one.
one at the back attacked it. Oops.
Ah, okay.
And this was this one in front.
Oh, sorry. I just thought you were still too sorry.
Yeah, no. Yeah, she, the one that attacked it seems to very much know what is happening.
do I have clear line of sight from within this building, or do I need to leave through some exit?
Yeah, you've got line of sight. It's quite open. You know, like
Then I
like a
will-
pavilion where it's got like a low wall and then an open space under the roof. So it's not, there's no windows. It's just open air.
Okay. Yeah, we'll throw out a chaos bolt. Why not? We love a chaos. Just a little one. Because it's not going to hit.
Who was that at?
Oh, sorry, at the one that attacked them.
Okay, it does unfortunately not hit. No. Anything else?
No, one of the others will hit.
Just a warning shot, obviously. A warning shot, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Right, it does not hit, but it catches her attention, definitely. It's not such a bad roll that it wasn't near. It just was slightly mistimed. So she sees the shot go off, and as you see, you probably wouldn't see it, but let's have a look where everyone else is. I think Grim, Serdy, Drodin and Derendil, as that chaos bolt sort of whizzes past her, you hear a voice from the roof above going, "No, my love, no!" And Serdy, you're up.
The building that's next was that sort of tent, isn't it? did you say? So can
Yeah,
I see through the where I'm stood?
Yes.
See what's happened. So I could just run. What I'm trying to get is, do I have to go round the outside of this building or next to, or can I just run through underneath the thing straight towards the person?
You can run straight towards, but there is like a little wall inside, so you would have to climb over that just to get. But it just use like it's difficult terrain around the edge of this thing. So if you want to just jump over the wall, does that make sense? So you can run straight through it. It's just the last, when you cross the edge of it, you'd have to climb over the little fence.
I'm just trying to see if I can get there with an action dash. That's all. Okay, so I'm going to. I'll run 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there. That'll get me my movement, I think. And then I'm going to dash. So that's another 10 if it's difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
30 to there. And then I will bonus action keenness of the stone giant throw and throw a rock if I can sort of grab one off the wall as I jump over it and hurl it at the one that attacked the beholder.
Okay.
So it's I think this is gonna. That's the damage roll. We need to do an attack roll. It's annoying it doesn't do the attack roll.
Does it not?
No. I'll just do an attack roll with Dawnbringer. No, with a normal weapon. Hang on.
Yeah, it should be a ranged spell attack.
It uses my strength, so I'll just.
No, strength is a saving throw. It's a magical attack. +9 to hit. Ranged spell attack.
Yeah.
+9 to hit.
So that's my strength bonus. These ones use my strength bonus. That's so.
Okay.
Oh, I can see what it. Can you click that? Sorry, Matt, I'm being dumb.
That's all right. That's a miss, unfortunately.
Oh. Wow, this glowing rock kobold just held her up at it. Anyway, that's my go. I'll have Ambrose follow me.
Okay.
I'll move her, but it's close.
Try now.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay. The other drow warrior does not hesitate in the same way. She moves forward, short sword in hand. And you will see a strike twice at Gauntlgrym. That's a miss. That's also a miss. The mage also will be assessing the situation. She looks a bit shocked at what's happening, but she does not seem overly concerned. She will not hesitate to cast this pungent green cloud sort of springs out of nowhere it engulfs both the Beholder, Gauntlgrym, all of the thugs, and also the drow that had backstabbed the Beholder. How do I... DC 14 Constitution saving throw. So many. Gauntlgrym passes. She fails. 17. Okay. There is just this engulfed in this pungent green cloud. You lose sight of everyone within. A number of the thugs seem to drop to the floor, choking, grasping at their throats. You can hear them shouting, but you can't really see them very well. They're shrouded. Gauntlgrym only takes half. And, yeah. Okay, Drodin.
Well, I was kind of hoping that I could
yeah.
Somewhat nip this and get everyone to kind of be a little bit neutral, but seeing as the cloud killer's popped off, I think that's out the window.
Nothing ends a negotiation like cloud kill.
That is true.
Oh. The temptation to just throw a fireball in there. Just be like, fuck it all. But no, I will partially stick to my initial plan. I would like to banish that drow assassin, please.
Oh, you're going to banish her. Okay.
I could have also dispelled the cloud kill, I suppose.
What's the DC?
17.
17. 17 what? What's the...
Charisma. Sorry.
Charisma.
Oh, fucking hell. Just read around, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. She seems to resist it somehow, which is insane because she's got a +0 too.
I will then hold my hands up and just be like, neutral third party. Not with those drow.
Oh, sorry, Serdi, you need to make that cloud kill save as well.
You don't know.
Yeah, the cloud kill is still there. Save, so you only take half, which is 8.
I'm also resistant to poison damage.
So you take 4. Yeah. Okay, anything else, Drodin?
Nope, it's just going to be ending with Drodin being like, neutral third party, not with those drow. Please don't kill me.
Okay. It is her go. She's going to strike it again. With flanking. That's 30 points of damage this time. Pretty good. Pretty good hit. And she will strike it a second time. Not with sneak attack for the second one. That's another hit. Another 11. She's doing surprising amount of damage to this beholder, and it has yet to react. Gauntlgrym, I mean, you look at him, he's wearing sort of like quite a flouncy shirt, baggy trousers. He's not armoured. He's got a rapier at his side. He does not look like he is born for combat. And he's going to take a defensive action and effectively disengage. And retreat back. Actually, that's stupid. It's going to retreat this way out of the cloud kill. And that will be his go. Gargoyle. So Tink, as you fire your chaos bolt and you see the cloud kill go off, and it's all just kicking off in front of you. You hear like on the roof above you, and then this grey skinned gargoyle swings down underneath, and it will go for you. It will claw at you first. That's a critical.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, don't worry. 8 points of damage. As it grabs you and tries to pull you back, leave her alone. It will try and bite you as well. $13. Miss. Yeah, it does not bite you.
My AC is much lower than it used to be. Why? I'm going to look into that.
You had an item that I think gave you a +1, and maybe that's caused a problem. Okay.
I'll work it out. Can I Hellish Rebuke, please?
Yes, you can, of course. Please do.
If you insist.
It'd be rude not to.
Save, please.
Save, dex save. That is a
We'd
fail.
love to see it.
$11.
11 points of fire damage, please.
Okay. Yeah, the fire engulfs it, and you see, looks like stone, but the skin does burn and shrivel. It's clearly not stone. Just the appearance of. And it will recoil from you. Okay. It is the beholder's go. You see its eye sort of flicker with this light for a split second. It is brief. And the cloud kill just disappears. And the mage stood in front of it. Her eyes go wide, and you can see she's pondering taking a step back, but she does not. And it will turn on this assassin. You see it hit her with this sickly green ray. Oops. Got the wrong thing selected. It is a DC 16 con save. Sorry. Oh, she passes. Half
He's going to live forever.
Well, she still takes half of this, so 11. Okay, Derendil, and then Grym.
Derendil has 40 feet of movement, so could get to. Too many things open. Yeah. And attack that one, folks.
Yeah, well, don't listen to me.
Sounds good.
I think Derendil would also rage, which means he would roll on the wild magic table.
Nice.
A 1 is something.
A 1 is shadowy tendrils.
Shadowy
lash around
tendrils.
you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed on a con saving throw or take a d12 necrotic damage. You also gain 1d12 temporary hit points. Nice.
I feel like he'd pick any drow.
Okay.
D12.
Which drow?
All of them. They're all within 30 feet, right? What's that?
It does say each creature of your choice. That's quite a lot, isn't it? Within 30 feet. Okay.
I'm just
I'm also gonna
outside of
roll for
30
his hit
feet,
points.
so I'm safe.
Well, I know that he
No, but you
he
said
knows
any.
not to attack you.
You said any drow.
Been a smart ass about
Oh,
it. Just
I'm
hit him
glad
with it.
He hasn't even attacked yet.
Part of my charm.
He's got a reach weapon as well. This is lovely. So we could go for the mage who's no longer concentrating.
No, that is true. They are.
Oh no, would he have
Mage.
flanking with the beholder?
I'm going to say no at the moment because the
Fair
beholder
play.
is not has turned around and is not necessarily on your side.
It's difficult to play this. Like, would Derendil know that? Sorry, but mages could be more dangerous than melees. So go for the mage with the glaive.
Okay.
He spent enough time around our group. He'd know that.
Yeah.
It's okay. He has 2 attacks. That's better.
That's a hit. The first one does seem to miss, but the second, yeah, definitely hits. Have you got your rage damage as well?
Oh no! So that's is that your proficiency or your?
I think
Rage is
it's
just extra 2 damage, I think.
Extra
it's-
2. Extra 2.
Yeah. Okay, the mage isn't concentrating on anything, so that doesn't matter. But yeah. Okay, the mage is looking injured now. Bloodied, definitely.
Have they all taken the necrotic? Have they all rolled
Yeah.
for the necrotic as well?
They
Cool.
have. Oh, sorry, it was a con save, wasn't it? I just took it off, actually. Hang on. Let's roll.
No, that's fine. Just let them. Damn it.
Just let them take the full damage, yeah.
We don't mind, Matt.
What's the DC of it?
On a conference, why doesn't it say that? Would just be helpful. Sorry, let me go into Darendil. It will say that somewhere. 8 plus proficiency bonus, which is 3, plus con, which is 4. So 8 plus 7 is 15. DC 15 con.
DC 15 con. Okay. She fails, so it is the full 12. This one. I wish there was quicker ways to roll it.
And just in terms of flavour, I think, as this is quite new to Darendil, he'd be quite alarmed by himself
Oh,
and the shadowy
okay.
tendrils that suddenly emanate from him.
Yeah.
It'd probably make him jump.
Thematically, it's a bit concerning, right? Okay, yes, the mage fails. So the 2 warriors do succeed, but everyone else fails on the same throw and takes full damage. Is that it from him? If
Yes,
so, then
thank you.
Grim is up.
It's only Serdi and Darendil in the group of the room that normally hit things with an actual weapon, isn't it? Tink doesn't have any. No. Okay.
No.
That changes my plan. Okay. Bonus action. Why does this say I have no slots? I have slots. Why is it doing that? Oh, no, I don't, because that was so long ago. Ignore me. I don't understand how spells work, it seems. So, I will run up to this guy, who is currently being aggressive towards my captain, and we don't have that. And I will take out my brand new warhammer, which seems quite fun. You said he was hanging from the ceiling. Has he dropped down, or is he still hanging?
He's dropped down, yeah. He was kind of swung off the roof onto the ground.
So have I got a flanking with Tink then?
You do.
Cool.
That's a hit.
Darn it. 7 on the first one.
Yeah. That's another hit.
Oh, I've got to roll that as advantage, so just in case.
23 hits.
So
definitely.
close.
Was that a 19?
Yeah.
On this Warhammer, a 19 is a critical.
What? Fuck yeah! Sorry. So then that'd be a whole 9 damage, but I'm ever the trusted little paladin. I know how this works. I know I've got him good, right in the knackers. And with that, I will throw in a divine smite. And because that's rolled dice, that is also rolled as double, isn't it?
It is rolled as a double, yeah.
Or it doesn't let me roll it as double, so that's 11 twice.
Okay. Oh yeah, this thing is very close to death. Devastating blow.
And then just for funsies, bonus action, animate shield.
Nice. Nice.
And that's it.
Okay. Top of the round. Round 2. It's only round 2. Took so long. The Drow warrior that was hesitant before will now... Again, she's struggling to figure out what's going on, but she will attack. She will attack twice. And so that is 1 miss and 1 hit. Not a huge amount of damage, but this thing is starting to look the worse for wear. Still not bloodied, believe it or not, but definitely the worse for wear. Tink. Yes. So many targets. So few spells.
Mm. I'm trying to work out who's who from the little tokens, sorry. So there's only the 4 drow, the 1 behind and the 3 in front.
Mm-hmm.
Can I cast Fairy Fire without getting Darendil in it? Yes, I can.
Nice. Fairy fire. What's that? A dex saving throw?
Dex 16. No, get rid of the template, but it's the 3 drow in front of the.
So this one. And this one are caught. The mage and the one of the warriors. I've marked them so you can see. They are caught in the fairy fire. The other seems to duck out of the way. Maybe it's because she's drow. She has this own ability herself. And she does not get caught.
And then bonus action, may as well open up my face and take temporary hit points from that, and I'll just like bleh, at the gargoyle. So I can roll my temporary hit points whilst I'm doing that. It doesn't impact anyone because I've not hit them with an attack. So you can move on. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Surdy dirty.
Right, and the last stretch as I run towards this assassin, I'm going to Giant's Might. It won't let me do it, but I should be able to do it. So I get big.
Get big.
Yeah. And I will step forward and hit it with my big glowy sword.
She definitely winces as that light approaches her. That's a hit.
Holy crud. That's
12.
not right, is it?
1d8 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5 plus 2.
Yeah, why am I getting so many plus 2s?
I don't know. Is it because
One
of
will
your...
be from Giant's Might.
No, I should add a d6 for Giant's Might if I wanted to, but only to one of my attacks.
Alright.
It should be...
Should be a d8 plus 5 plus 2, shouldn't it?
Yes, I think that's correct. Yes. So plus my strength bonus plus 2, so 4 less than that. So
Okay.
yeah, 8.
Okay.
And I will shove a d6 extra damage into it for my Giant's Might.
Okay.
So it's 12. All that. Get back to the same
Back
place.
to where we started, yeah.
Yeah, and I will hit it again
Go
with
for
my big flowy sword. Oh,
No, it's a miss, unfortunately.
okay.
But you are a big boy now.
Mm-hmm.
Is Ambrose doing anything?
Yeah, just gonna hide behind here and dodge.
Fair enough. Okay. This drow is going to move forward. Attack. Twice. Nine and 8. 17. Yeah, the beholder now is blooded. You can see this weird sort of black purpley blood oozing from it. Drow mage. She raises her hands and you just see a lightning bolt extend out, going through the beholder and also through the enlarged Sirdi. Sorry, Sirdi. It is a DC 14 dex saving throw, please.
Ooh.
So both pass. So you only take half. So 11 points of damage to each of you. Drodin.
I'll move a little bit closer forward. And I'm really hoping I still have a particular spell prepared, which I should do. I do. I'm going to cast Shatter. Right here.
Okay.
So that is a DC 17 con save for those three drow, please.
DC 17 con save.
Fuck's sake, of course you rolled your third nat 20 of the day.
The other two failed. The other two failed. So, how much damage?
Ooh, that's 22.
22, wow.
That's almost max.
It is almost max. It's nice. There's ear ringing crack. And the mage looks very close to death. She's barely standing, breathing heavily, blood coming from her ears, nose, eyes and mouth. the warrior looks relatively good. Does the
You
person
could
that
always
saved
just-
take half?
Yes.
Okay.
You could always stand down.
Okay, give me a persuasion check. I think probably with
Oh.
advantage after that.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Let's see how that goes. That's a 19.
Okay. Okay. Well, you won't know how that's being taken until it gets to their turn, unfortunately. But
That's it for my turn.
okay. Okay, it is the assassin's go. She is going to attack anyway. Is that a miss or a hit? That's a miss. She misses, but she does have 2 attacks. So she will strike again. And she misses. She definitely seems to have lost her confidence. She will bonus action disengage. And she just begins to run. Yeah, she's pretty fast, but she begins to disappear. Gauntlgrym, seeing you fighting the gargoyle, just keeps running, and the gargoyle, unfortunately, is just going to keep fighting. And it goes for you, Tink. Claw first. 13, I assume misses.
Miss.
And a 15, as it tries
Miss.
to fight you. Miss. It is weakened. It seems hurt. It seems in a bad way. The beholder will again rotate silently in the air, look at the 3 drow in front of it, and look at the assassin as she runs away. The drow they definitely seem to have heard Drodin's words, and the mage, if none of the others, seem to have been affected by it. You will see as it faces the 2 drow. I'm really sorry, Tink, but suddenly your fairy fire just flickers out and is gone. It's like it's been killed. And it will fire a ray at the mage. DC 16.
Mage likes rolling 2 for its saving throws. Holy moly.
I mean, she lets out this blood-curdling scream. This necrotic energy just flows over her and seems to force its way into all her nose, her eyes, her mouth, and just splits her from the inside out, and she just drops to the floor dead. Darendelle. Although, hang on, how many? Oh, it gets 3. It gets 3 eye attacks, so it is gonna try and paralyze. Sorry, have a think about what Drodin wants to do. Does not paralyze it.
Have a
Of
think
his
about what I want to do.
No, Derendil.
Oh.
Just why I do this.
You said Drotin.
He did say that, didn't he?
Yeah.
The Drow are saving
Oh, did I?
so many things, apart from the mage.
Yeah. And it will try and hit the assassin with a beam as well as she runs. And she fails. And she's slowed. Her movement is halved for 1 minute. She can only take an action or a bonus action, not both. So she is slowed. But it is Derendil's go now.
Unless anyone thinks any different, just keep wailing on the one between them and the beholder. Have the right thing selected, that would help.
Oh, that's a hit.
Woohoo! +2, so 10. But let's go again.
Roll again.
That misses.
That does miss. Have you not got your D12 thing as well?
No, that's only once.
Is it only once? Oh, okay, it's not as powerful as I thought then. Yeah, okay.
Barbarians are boring, move on.
Grim.
I'm gonna hit him with my hammer.
It's hammer
That's
time.
not straightforward. I think it's still there.
So yeah, you now know that this Warhammer actually crits on a 19 and 20, not just a 20.
Okay, 17 for the first hit.
17 is a hit. How do you want to
That's
do
7
it?
damage. I don't think I'm even trying. This is like hammering a nail into a bit of wood. I'm just repeatedly sledgehammer swings, like over and down, and then this one is just over and down again. Just doing my job. So he just has his hedge.
As you land the final blow, just raises its hands up to try and block it, and obviously fails to. You will just hear it say, "Don't hurt Kinyel, please," and then it's dead.
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There's no active area of effects up in at the moment, are there? So
No.
Fairy Fire is down. Yeah. And these three drows, so some of them were listening to Drodin. Are they being dickheads again, or are we okay?
Give me an insight, and I'll tell you whether you think that they're going to back down or not.
I'm not very insightful.
Yeah, you're not sure. You can decide what you think. They're very hard to read, Drow. They're just so good at lying. It's just their natural way of being. Jim was like, oh, flatterer.
I think I'll forgo my second attack. I'm getting quite annoyed at all this. I just want a quiet day. Why does this have to keep happening? So I will stomp up towards the kerfuffle, and then take a... No, I can't. I keep forgetting I haven't got these spell slots. I think I will just tell people to stop messing around. There is enough going on without this silly little fight breaking out.
Okay. Do you want to give me a persuasion check? Persuasive boy. Okay. Did you want to do anything else?
No, that's
No.
it.
Okay, as you say that, the drow warrior in front of you basically drops her sword and puts her hands up. That will be her action. Tink. I want it to get to Drodin's go because he loves killing, remember?
I'll step out around Derendil, and then I have a nice line of sight to this one over here. First, I will bonus action Hex.
Nice.
Oh my god, do I have to cast Hex? No, I don't, but
What do you mean? Do you have to cast it?
using a Warlock slot, but because I've got Sorcerer, I should be able to do whichever I choose, so
Okay.
that's fine. So yeah, Hex on that one. And then for that's a bonus action. For my main action, I will Eldritch Blast them. Both of them.
Yep.
16.
That is a hit. She's slowed, so.
Ooh. And right, I have this new feature I got when I went to 6 in Warlock that I'm just going to post to double check this is right.
Okay.
Grave Touched. When I have my Form of Dread up, nope, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, when I have the Form of Dread up, I can roll an additional damage die if I'm turning it into necrotic damage.
Yeah.
So I will Eldritch Blast necrotic style with an additional D10.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, blimey.
So 20 points.
That's pretty nice, and it's necrotic.
And also the hex damage, which is 6 necrotic. So 1 second. And then 23 total, sorry.
How do you want to do it?
What am I using? Eldritch Blast and Hex. I know I didn't fire off both Eldritch Blasts, but I like to think one hits, then the other hits, leaving gap. And as she falls, smoky necrotic energy wisps away.
Yeah, and she lies motionless on the floor, blood seeping into the stone as the necrotic energy seeps away. I'm going to keep going in case anyone wants to do anything. Serdi?
Yes, I'm going to go and hit this other drow. You can squeeze in. I just want to barge this dude out the way a little bit.
Which one? That guy?
This dude.
Yeah, he's basically lying on the floor choking, so yeah.
Push him out of the way and cleave this guy with my sword.
Okay. That's a hit. Yeah, 23.
I'll add another d6 on this one.
Okay.
So that is badly 10 because we'll take 2 2s off of it. I'll figure that one out in a minute.
Okay.
It's all radiant damage, this as well.
Okay.
And I'll go again.
And she seems deeply uncomfortable in the light of this sword. That's a hit.
14 radiant damage.
14. Yeah, she's blooded for sure. She's hurt. Anything else?
I think I will try and add in, use my bonus action for, well, it's not bonus action, for Fire Rune.
Okay.
So strength saving throw DC 16 or be restrained by, I think they'll glow like radiant colour that Dawnbringer is glowing. It'll just extend from the ground and wrap around the ground in front of me, tying it together. Can't move.
Excellent. Well, I think she takes damage then, doesn't she?
2d6 fire damage at the start of each of its turns, so at the start of its turn. Which I think is next anyway, so... That's my go. Yeah.
Okay. What was the damage? Or is that
Oh, it's 2d6, but it's the start of that creature's turn.
Okay. Well, it is that creature's turn, so do you want to roll it?
2d6 fire damage.
7. Nice. Okay.
So at the end of its turn, it can try and escape them. Again, DC 16 strength saving throw.
Okay. That's what it will do then. No. Restrained. Okay. Next up, Drodin.
Like everyone is like, you know what? There's not many people left,
It's 2.
and I do like killing.
You love killing now. It's one of your
I
favourite things.
love killing. I love killing so much that I'm going to Scorching Ray this person at 4th level.
Which one?
This one next to Grim.
Okay. The one
I
that's
just need to
surrendered
remind
makes
myself.
it even more beautiful. But you do love killing, you know.
I do love killing. Oh, if he surrendered, I'm
No.
misunderstanding. I'll aim for the one next to the beholder.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'll be reasonable.
You like killing, but
Uh,
there's no fun if they've surrendered.
If I do some killing with that to someone that surrendered, people are going to start questioning why I'm doing so much killing. I really confused myself suddenly.
We got advantage on this because they're restrained.
Oh Christ! And I get an extra ray for each one above, so I'm throwing 5 scorching rays at them.
I'm pretty much gonna ask how you want to do it. I'm almost certain. Yeah, that's a hit.
I don't know why I rolled an advantage.
You had advantage.
Oh right.
Uh,
Well, let's just throw out some 5s and we'll see how many. Of those 5, how many hit?
4.
4.
Yes, 4.
I'm just going to roll 8d6 there.
Wow. This should be it, really.
Oh, only what? 3. Well, let's roll another 5. $25 damage.
How do you want to do it? Bearing in mind they're restrained by fiery shackles.
I feel like it's going to be like that opening scene in RoboCop, where he's just like blown piece by piece into small chunks by various fiery missiles that just slowly shred through him and leaving embers.
And what expression does Drodin have on his face as he's doing this?
Kind of a restrained smirk.
Because he
Like
loves killing.
yeah, I'm better than you.
Okay. It is the beholder. And it will turn, look at everyone, and then it drifts backwards inside the stone doors, which shut behind it. And unless Darendil or Grim want to kill the one that surrendered, we shall end it there. The combat is over. 3 dead drow lie at your feet. A number of thugs lie severely poisoned, still choking. And you have 1 drow prisoner. Unless you have anything you want to discuss now, we can leave it there till next week.
Feels like a good cliffhanger place to leave it.
It is a bloodbath.
I think we did good.
We did well.
We did very well.
We, as they say, kicked off.
One left for questioning.
It was beautiful. Couldn't have worked out better.
Kicked tiny grey elven arses.
You did. You did.
Hey
I've
now.
only- You're a rock star. Have you noticed as well that Beholder Blood's pink? I don't know why this amused me so much. That's just out the box. Pink Beholder Blood, love it. But yeah, well done. Yeah, you did very well there. I think, yeah, like you say, he got 1 live for questioning. The other 3 are dead. You didn't engage the Beholder. Yeah, I don't think it could have gone much better for you, really. Well
Yeah,
done.
I didn't fancy our chances if we started to fight with the beholder.
No, I mean, I was surprised how much damage it took, actually. But they have a lot of hit points, and it was below half. Just from that assassin.
I do hope that it beheld that we saved its life.
Well, we'll find out next week, won't we? So, yeah. Thank you for playing. See you soon.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.